Right guys, we have a follow-up report regarding OLEDs on the iPad Air 5 and how it's been cancelled. And so let's delve into why this is the case. But first, make sure to like and subscribe for the latest Apple news and rumours. And with that being said, let's just tuck in. Right, so in case you missed the original video that's in the icon above, let me give you guys a quick summary. So basically, the Elec reported that Apple cut ties with Samsung to produce OLED displays for the iPad Air 5. And the reason was, Apple was thinking of using a new two-stack structure display for the iPad Air 5 that's going to increase the lifespan and also increase the brightness of these OLED displays on the iPad Air 5. But unfortunately, Samsung is yet to commercialize the tech, and they're not willing to put the R&D into new production lines for this tech, and so yeah, that's why Apple called off this project with Samsung Display. Now, in the original video, I said that Apple could, of course, work with other suppliers, like LG Display and BOE, who might be willing to, of course, develop these two-stack structure displays for the iPad Air 5. But that's where Min-Chi Kuo comes in, because he says Apple's actually cancelled OLED for the iPad Air 5 as a whole, and this was due to the cost and performance not meeting the company's expectations. So yeah, that's a little unfortunate, and that means the 2022 iPad Air 5 is gonna be using the same LCD panel we have right now. By the way, another interesting reason why they cancelled OLED is because Apple's worried about 11-inch iPad Pro sales being affected by this OLED iPad Air 5. Now, to be honest, I'm not sure why Apple's worried about this, since of course the iPad Air 5 would be launching in 2022, and of course by then the 11-inch would get the mini LED upgrades, which of course is a much superior panel to the OLED display we're seeing on the iPad Air 5. But of course there are also other advantages, for example quad speakers, more RAM, the M1 chip, Face ID. Those are pretty significant upgrades for a small premium over the iPad Air 5. And so yes, in my opinion, the iPad Air 5 getting the OLED upgrades would not affect 11-inch iPad Pro sales. But anyways, if you leave out the OLED panel, the only upgrades we should see with the iPad Air 5 is the new A15 chip, center stage, and possibly a slightly revised camera, but that's about it. And yeah, this now seems like a pretty minor upgrade. And the bad news doesn't end there, because obviously one assumes that if the iPad Air 5 is not getting the fancy OLED tech, the iPad Air 6 will get it instead, right? Well, apparently that's not the case too, because Ross Young, a very credible display analyst, says the 2024 iPad Air 7 is going to get the OLED upgrades. So yeah, that's going to be 2 years without this fancy OLED tech. Now that is a real bummer, and if I were to assume, it's because LG Display and BOE also don't have the resources to make these two-stack structure displays. Now I am disappointed by this news, because the OLED panel would have been a massive upgrade over the LCD panels we have today. For example, we would get inky blacks, much better contrast ratios, much better colors on the whole, and yeah, now we have to wait another 2 years to get this tech on the iPad Air. And so yeah, there's that, but tell me in the comments below guys, would the lack of OLED on the iPad Air 5 be a deal breaker for you? Anyways, thank you for watching guys, make sure to like and subscribe for the latest Apple news and rumours. Check out the video in the icon above on details regarding AirPods 3, and on that note, I'll see you guys in the next one. See ya peeps.